you're literally becoming somebody unrecognizable. And this is going to continue to, I'm hearing, you're going to continue to shapeshift. You're going to continue to shapeshift for the next 5 months, especially because Uranus has stationed retrograde today, right? We even have retrograde here at the base. What's really interesting is it's going to lead to you taking flight in a whole new direction, but it's because of an internal shift that has happened within you where your reality is going to be mirroring that shift. Reality is going to be reconfiguring itself to correspond with the internal subtle transformation. And this is something that is not going to be obvious, I'm hearing, to the naked eye at first glance, but it's felt. It's felt. And I'm hearing Uranus is a disruptor and also a rebel planet. So up until about early 2026, this is something that I'm hearing you're going to continue, it's a version of yourself that you're going to continue to emerge into. And there is an emphasis when it comes to turning inwards. So we're going to see what is being activated in your life, also the ways that you're going to continue to shapeshift subtly. I'm literally seeing somebody look in the mirror and they're transforming before their eyes, but it's because I'm hearing there's new cellular turnarounds, right? You're shifting on a cellular level, and it's not going to be seen at first, it's going to be felt. And the physical things are the last things to take place in this third dimensional experience. So I'm seeing by the time 5 months rolls around, I'm hearing that 5th month in 2026 rolls around, you are literally going to be physically no longer even the same. I'm hearing because psychologically you've been rewired, right? This is about a rewiring in the way that you think. Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. Also rewiring in the way that you just view through this existence. You're literally becoming unrecognizable, literally even to yourself, you know? And yeah, what I was seeing is that there's going to be shifts in momentum, especially when it comes to forward charge that you will be taking heading into 2026 because of the reflective moments that are happening internally for you now, because of these moments of introspection where, you know, it can lead to breakthroughs, it can lead to downloads that you're receiving. And it's not like a jolt of energy when it's retrograde. It's more like a cosmic green light where you have to give yourself permission to actually take a step back, to breathe, and to realize that by doing this, you're able to retune your inner circuitry and retune, I'm hearing, yourself and the ways that you want to align with different trajectories in your life. Okay, I'm seeing you. Okay, there's like a goal that you may have in mind, and there is maybe even a new target of some kind, but I'm seeing a readjustment in the way that you position yourself where it makes this process so much more smooth, especially when you do launch. And this could be about, I'm hearing a launching pad. There's actually a launching pad being created for you so that you have a smooth takeoff. Okay, so yeah, this is where you can even expect like bright flashes of insight, right? Even with like scintillation. And it's not necessarily disruptive outside forces, but it's the universe pulling you within. It's saying, hey, this is how you're being called to align yourself. And you may notice during this time, specifically, I'm hearing on this day being activated because it's always most activated when it first makes these necessary adjustments, okay? Moments of deja vu. This could even be moments of like mental recalibrations where your mind is going to be playing catch up, right, with the shifts that have happened. And this is so that you can live your life in a way that feels more authentic, especially to your soul's highest expression. So yeah, this is a portal, right? And it's a moment of revolution and I'm hearing it's a moment of revolution when it does station direct, but at first it's recalibration and realignment, okay? So yeah, let your mind shift, not by force, but by the insights being revealed to you on this day, okay? Pluto, unavoidable transformations. You have Pluto and energy. So there are downloads that you're going to be receiving straight from your psyche. Okay, I'm hearing delivered directly from the soul, delivered directly to your connection to the non-physical realm, because Pluto literally talks about you feeling like you're no longer part of this solar system. And, you know, maybe this is about ways that you were, okay, anything that you, I feel like, are losing during this time belonged to an unhealed or unauthentic version of yourself. And there is something around you stepping into this new season of just empowerment, because Pluto there talks about him finding a new soul tribe. And energy is because his energy has shifted. And what do we talk about? People are going to be sensing an energy within you that has literally shifted. Like you have literally transformed. So let's go ahead and read him for you with Pluto. Some people are shifting something, right? This is where you're slowly becoming an outcast. Like on a cellular level, you're no longer resonant with certain timelines, certain places. And it's not because the environment has changed, it's because you've changed, right? You used to see the pond that you're in as like this huge environment, and now it's you feeling like a big fish in a small pond, and you're being prepared for this huge, I'm hearing level of visibility as you enter into the wide ocean. So let's go ahead and read Pluto. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. I'm very, very fond of Pluto. So let's go ahead and see Pluto. Unavoidable transformation. Actually, this Pluto card is the reason I got this deck too, which is the Cosmos Oracle message. Can I even find it? Where is P? P. Here we go. Okay, the poetic legend. Okay, so poetry is like almost like it's a form of art, and there's something around your life becoming a masterpiece of some kind, but it's slowly unfolding, and it's going to look like a work in progress. Okay, as things continue to be revealed to you. So once upon a time, a planet named Pluto was once part of our solar system. Pluto belonged to our family for many years. One day, and this is about the nucleus of a family, right? It's a very specific reality that you found yourself in. Well, your energy has shifted from the inside out, where you're no longer in resonance with that reality. And you're going to feel like there's not necessarily an external collapse, but there's a collapse that has happened within you, where you no longer feel in resonance with it. That's literally what it is. People are not necessarily going to see a change at first. This is where your absence energetically, where you're removing yourself energetically, mentally, emotionally from certain circumstances and places and things that you just no longer feel aligned with who it is that you are now, right? Maybe it's a way that you've done things, where your absence is speaking louder than your arrival at this new point. This arrival within yourself, it's not necessarily announced. It's like you're arriving to a new place within yourself. When you arrive at a point in your life internally, and you're like, I no longer want to be here, or I've made up my mind, this is something that I no longer want to do, or I'm starting to change the way that I feel or relate to this, very specific thing or person. Something that you once felt so connected to is going to begin to transform. And there's something new that you're going to feel more connected to, okay? So yeah, who was in charge? What laws? How did it happen, right? One day the laws keeping Pluto as one of us changed. What were the physical laws? What were the belief systems? So this is something that we can debate for hours, right? That's what it says. There were some who considered it a planet and others who did not. The silver lining of the story is that Pluto soon found its new tribe. Without much need for recognition, 𝓦𝓙𝓙𝓬𝓛 and many others were always there, among the so-called dwarf planets to welcome him home. If you don't belong, don't belong. Whatever this is, oh honey, everything is about to transform in your reality. You're going to be changing in front of people's eyes, and it may not be something that's totally obvious at first with selective shield. You can choose if you allow this to disrupt your internal state or not. Energy is literally it's a very positive, okay, so I get a few different energies. One of them is some people are only supposed to be with the unhealed part of yourself. Another one is that any relationships that limit you will fracture, especially if your ambition intimidates those around you, okay? Because I feel like there's things that you're going to be kind of called to do, called to move towards. And your ability to surrender to change and, evolve into a new version of yourself will literally mirror the inaction that those around you may refuse to kind of own up to, because you're mirroring what infinite potential looks like. You're mirroring what stepping into your power looks like. And that could feel overpowering, right? For those who aren't ready to address the change that must come from within. So I'm hearing you are kind of serving as that mirror. Everything exists in energy in different forms. Nothing can escape from it. It's either created, it's not created nor destroyed. It only transforms itself, right? So this is you energy, Pluto. You're transforming yourself. It is and this is internal, right? Pluto it's an internal change. It's the intersection of where your soul meets the physical vessel. And it's like the soul's woken up, becoming lucid in a construct. I said this analogy before where everyone's sitting on the couch or watching TV. They're just watching this program like rerun, right? In their mind. And there's one day that you wake up and you become lucid and you're like, wait, why are we watching TV? Like, why don't we go outside and touch the grass? And everyone's like, what? We don't do that here. And you're like, I kind of want to do that though. No one wants to come with? No? It's not for you to change the people that you're around. It's to change the people that you're around. Literally. And it may not even be people at all, right? So yeah, it's a capacity and strength to physically and mentally stimulate any type of situation. It can talk about basically producing work by the means of movement and light. It's an excellent card for activation of something, such as a project or anything work related. It's a beautiful omen full of strength. If we are facing a conflict, we should review the energy that we put into it and transform it. Okay, so this is about you being literally going through a transformational process. Pluto's on a cellular level. It's you remembering who you are, right? And what it is that you've come here to do. And you may just be more selective in regards to your energy. You become an outsider, right? That's no longer just merely interacting with this matrix, but you're actually looking within, and you could be really, really questioning. It's kind of like a soul review moment, like how well you're living according with that essence. So yeah, give me a second, guys. Okay, so with that being said, I'm just going to pull an energy in regards to where you will find yourself in 5 months, right? Let's just talk about early 2026, right? Early 2026. What's the energy around you in your field? Because now we're just looking at point A to point B. Expansion. I'm telling you, you're outgrowing and you're no longer going to be weighed down, right? Density is actually about thoughts, the opinions of others, whatever this is. You're realizing it's not your burden to carry. Expanding is literally your courage to begin to surrender to a transformation that is inevitable, by the way. Change is inevitable. It's just the resistance to change that begins to hurt. There's something around you growing into something unrecognizable. And I'm hearing someone unrecognizable as well. And your life is going to reflect that. Enlargement, propagation, expansion spreads positively throughout space, expanding the area occupied by both someone and something. A message, project, or person expanded and spread widely. There's something around this. It's almost like you're going to be expanding into literally a new universe. It's literally going to feel like your whole world has changed before your eyes. And it's because your eyes have changed. The eyes in which you view this existence has changed. It's literally a new network that's going to be calling for you. It's like the internal neural networks that you're going to be reinforcing and creating within yourself, right? Like new synapses within the brain are then energetically projected into this hologram that you're existing in, and that's going to be mirrored in your external reality, right? These internal new networks that you've made in regards to how you think and feel about your journey on earth are going to be reinforced by new people, okay, and new experiences and opportunities. I'm hearing that support the soul's growth because you've been able to think in a way that's constructively and support your soul's journey, and also emotionally begin to support yourself and your soul's journey. And I'm hearing others are going to be reinforcing you emotionally and mentally, because what does 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓬 and the other like dwarf planets do with Pluto, right? They become a huge support system. Like he finds another tribe, and it's because he had to accept this transformation that had occurred within himself, right? First, he wasn't expecting to find anyone on the edge of the universe, but he did. So yeah, it's almost like you're going to be expanding your reach. So yeah, this talks about inhalation, exhaling, and really being able to have this unmistakable feeling in your heart and feel a beautiful energy surrounding your being. You're going to be expanding into someone or something, and I'm hearing your life is literally going to be expanding into new domains, new opportunities. I don't feel like you quite understand how huge this is just yet. Let's go and get one card to represent you within 5 months' time. The Empress. What is she growing? She's growing something internal. You know, energetically, you can feel something's different. You can't necessarily see it. You can't determine exactly what that is going to be. Is it a conception, an idea, an enterprise, a project? Is it you? You're going through a glow up. Oh my gosh. In 5 months, expansion and the Empress. This is Jupiter in Cancer energy. It really is. Because it shows like you're in your element. You're in an element that you didn't even know was like possible to have when it comes to your life on Earth. Or maybe there was a deep knowing inside of it and you had to remove anything that within you, where you tried to convince yourself otherwise, that your life would be anything other than beautiful. This is a glow up energy, not just physically, vibrationally, energetically. I'm hearing financially, spiritually. This is an upgrade in all levels, all avenues of your life. Every single one. There's, with expansion, no corner that will be left untouched. No stone that will be left unturned. And there's something around when you wear gratitude like a cloak, it bleeds into every area of your life. There's that quote, I think it's by Rumi. There's going to be so much to be grateful for. And again, I feel like you're going to be welcomed in a way that you don't expect. This is like a warm welcome home. This was worth it. This was the blessing in disguise. I don't need to talk anymore about this. Like, it speaks for itself. You are going to speak for yourself. Your absence will speak louder than your arrival because you won't announce it. You will embody it and it will be witnessed. The Empress was always an empress before she even sat on her throne. This is a full-blown glow-up. You're literally becoming unrecognizable. It's like one day I'm seeing Pluto like be part of the solar system, and then one day the other planets like he gets placed in a level of like visibility or a trajectory where they can see him or her, right? Because it's kind of like the raw feminine, and it's like, oh my god. That's how I feel like people are going to be responding, like from an old paradigm. That's literally what it's going to feel like. So, oh my god, what happened to you? How did you do that? What happened to you? You know, I'm just going to act like, excuse, what the? Have you seen so-and-so? Oh, how do they do that? Have you seen what so-and-so's been up to? Like, I feel like early 2026, this is a moment that leaves a mark in the historical timeline. There's something about you creating a reference point where you are going to be kind of used as an example. And it can be something to be inspired by, or it can be something to be intimidated by. But the Empress is loving. She embodies that self-love. She loves everyone everywhere that they are, no matter where they are in their evolution journey. Unconditional love is to unconditionally accept. It's to say, hey, you don't have to change who you are. You can stay seated and watch the TV. You know, I accept you as you are. But I'm going to choose something different for myself. And because of that, she mirrors a different example. She embodies it. I'm hearing she doesn't fight fire with fire, she fights it with flowers, right? It's that kind of energy. She sees the beauty in that contrast. She holds space for that. It's Libra, it's Taurus, it's holding balance. And seeing the beauty in it. Feeling internal security and stability even amongst the different choices that every soul makes. She holds space for those choices. Even if they're unconscious to the choice, the fact that they have a choice and may try to convince themselves otherwise. It's like you're mirroring the impossible becoming possible and making those around you question what actually could be. And it's beautiful. It's like you're being used as an example in some way. So I'm going to leave it there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. I'd love to see how this unfolds for you in this next 5-month cycle. Yeah, it's been initiated today. You've been initiated today. So welcome. I was going to do a quick reading. Okay, here we are. Personal reading details also down below. There will probably be a waiting list for October by the time you're seeing this. I have some very, very special things planned. And yeah, check out Ultra Spirit as well. If you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry, there's a discount code. They're a beautiful small family owned business that handcraft these beautiful gemstones. You can individually select them. You can layer them how you choose. There's also zodiac packs to choose from, intention packs that you get to work with as well, whether that's like anti-anxiety, whether that's like different chakra collections, like intuitive sets, there's self-love sets, there's confidence, whatever it is that you want to kind of work with energetically. Chakra collections as well if you want to work with different center dantian points. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Until next time. Bye!